My name is Charles, Charles. Last name is Bujan, Bujan, and it's pronounced Booyan. Bujan.
Bujan.
Yes.
And that is Cajun, I would assume.
No, everybody says that, and it's Croatian.
Oh, yeah.
And my grandfather was an illegal immigrant, and he jumped ship in Galveston. And he jumped ship in Galveston, Texas, with his brother. His brother went back to the old country, and Grandpa stayed here. Changed his name.
Here in Port Aransas.
Here in Port Aransas.
What's today Port Aransas?
Yeah. He stayed here. He changed his name. It used to be Bujanovich. To hide from the feds, he dropped off the bitch, and it became Bujan. My family has lived here in Port Aransas for 130 years. We've seen just about we've seen all the major hurricanes. This is not our first rodeo. So we've been through a number of storms. And, we're island people. We will survive this one. And we will rebuild, and it will be better than it ever was. Our people are very resilient. They will not lay down without a fight. They're out there doing that fight.
I've driven around your town coming in from Schlitterbahn in preparation for the fundraiser tonight there. And I've covered as you have experience. I've reported radio and television to you as mayor and resident. And I don't think I've ever seen this kind of thing myself.
This is what we have picked up so far nationally is that this is the most major natural disaster in American history. And it has, as far as Port Aransas goes, we had 132 mile an hour winds. We have some reports that it's gusting up to 150 miles an hour.
I saw 151 on digital satellite on the Weather Channel.
Exactly.
It was making landfall.
So it's a major hurricane. It has devastated our island. A lot of people are homeless now. But we are in the process of trying to get things as a city back together, get our basic services up. We were able, our water district has restored our water service. It is, however, non-potable. So you've got to boil it for 2.5 minutes before you use it, if you have a way to boil it. Our sewer system is now back up. Our gas system is on, but folks need to realize that with the gas system, don't turn it on themselves. The city has to do that. They have to go in, they have to make sure there are no leaks, and then they will light the power pipes and all that stuff. So that's going to take time to get that done.
You're on the 8th day since landfall. This was Saturday, the 2nd September. We're doing this taping this recording in your City Hall and Civic Center complex. And at this point in time, when do you anticipate electricity the grid will be able to come back?
We were first, AEP told us that it would be 9/4, which was Monday, but they've moved that back to 9/8, which is Friday of next week.
2 weeks from landfall.
Yeah. We anticipate Tuesday, after the holiday, we anticipate the ferry system to open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And if that happens, based on the state, if that goes through like it's supposed to, I will lift the curfew and remove, readjust it from what it is now, 7 in the morning to 8 at night. I will adjust it from midnight to 7. If the electricity comes on 9/8, like they say it will, the very next that day or the very next day, I will end the curfew. So people can be on the island. But this is a very dangerous place. We have piles of debris and housing, wood, just an awful mess. And so when you're here, if you need to do something, do it. But don't come over and just look around. We already have, you need to be here doing whatever you have to do, and then you need to go or wherever you stay.
I have 90,000-mile warranty emission tires on my car. I'm still with the fact that this kind of situation, all kinds of mail, all kinds of things.
Well, I was earlier on in the week, we were telling people that when you come on the island, be self-sufficient. Bring your tools, and still do that. Bring your tools, a way to fix your tires because of the debris. But we have hundreds of volunteers. There's food on the island. All you have to do is drive down Alistair Street, and you'll see all the volunteers with all the food.
I must tell you, Mayor, I lost 60 pounds in the last year, and I've been on a pretty strict diet. People offering me food everywhere I stop. So I have a hard time getting on the insurance stop on coming in as long as they was.
God bless them.
God bless them,
being here, yeah.
Help, no, I don't need any.
We have, I do want to mention the fact that our state highway patrol have been super.
Unbelievable.
We've had a massive showing of support from the highway patrol. They're patrolling our streets at night to make sure that there's no looting. Thus far, there hasn't been. We have our police departments up and running.
Before you get on with that, so Steve McCraw got a big shout out from you today about doing a good job as director of DPS. And also, he was a Homeland Security for Governor Perry.
Yeah, and so that without the highway patrol right now, we would be in a real trouble. Our police force is very small. You got to remember that we're a population of 3,800. We, on an average day, any time during the year, we have about 17,000 people on the island. On holidays and weekends, it can be upwards of 100,000 people. So even though we have a small population, we operate a big city with a lot of people in it. And without the highway patrol's help, we would really have been in a bad shape. But our police department also is doing a super job. We have EMS up and running. We have the fire department up and running. All of our services areas, everybody's working their tail off to get this thing back in order. And I think within the 7 or 8 days since the storm, we've made tremendous progress.
Our good luck, of course, will continue in just a moment. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Ron Whitlock Reports. We're with the Mayor of Port Aransas, we call it Port A, in South Texas. And we're in the Civic Center / City Hall, and also your first responder location and headquarters for Hurricane Harvey, which made landfall here. And the Category 4, first place in the United States to be hit by this monster storm. And Mayor, what do people need to know around the world and the nation that they can do to help Port Aransas to get back on their feet and recover?
Well, probably want to address that issue. We have tons of volunteers. We're getting tons of help, not only from volunteer organizations, but we're getting help from our sister city, Corpus Christi, Ben Both. All of those cities have been helping us.
Any others? Any others by name?
Well, I've got some names here. Let me get them.
Ben Boat,
Alice, San Diego, Orange Grove, the
Grove,
county, and of course the state.
Wow.
But we also have fire departments here from all over. I mean, everywhere. I mean, some of them are even from out of state. So we have that. We have a fuel operation up until noon today that would give 5 gallons of gas out to people in farms. They've moved on up to Houston now, but they were here for several days. They gave away a lot of fuel.
And they picked up on September 2nd.
Yeah. So they're gone, but they were a big help as well. We have all kinds of people going house to house to house, volunteering. That really makes me feel good. You know, when you hear so much negativity in the national news and all that, and then you see what Americans are really capable of in terms of love and understanding and compassion, it makes you feel, at least it makes me feel, that there's a great deal of hope in our country.
A lot of comments about Texas proud, Texas working together, Texas working as a team. And that's founded by amazing people, in particular, the neighbor helping neighbor.
That's exactly right. And all you have to do is, if you want to see that in action, take a street here in Port Aransas and they're all destroyed. Take one street, walk down the street, and see it work.
Which would be the prime example street, in your opinion, so we got take some photos and you get
They're all that way. I'd pick a neighborhood and just go through it, and you'll see for yourself. It makes you proud.
Obviously, your school district is not going to be usable for a year, we're understanding, and all your students going to Flower Bluff.
We have our students enrolling in Flower Bluff now, but it's my understanding that we're going to get some temporary buildings and hopefully get some of the schools started back up again. But that's a long drawn out process.
No idea about when it might be.
No idea at all.
We are, as of today, September 2nd, we're going to be having the first officially other fundraisers going on because many other schools different places. We have dynasty schools and others. What is important as of tonight is this September 2nd fundraiser is put on North Plaza Avenue. The funds need to be spent for.
You have to
100%
remember,
of those
well,
funds
you have to remember, here's what you have to remember. You'll hear one story, and then you'll hear another story. The story that you need to listen to is that a lot of these folks have lost their jobs. They have no income, and they need help. The only way for people to find out who that is to come to us. We have a volunteer center down here, our community center. They are in charge of taking all the donations and making sure those things are distributed properly.
Out of these 3,800 people who reside full-time, 11 times a year here on Western Island or Port A, those are working people, and the others who come with the nice condos and the other.
Well, there are
bread and butter.
There are citizens also.
Correct.
And they're islanders, otherwise they wouldn't be here.
Correct.
So a lot of those homes that I saw that are second homes withstood the force of the hurricane. And so they built them up to code. But you have to remember here in town, a lot of this was already here before we had code. So a lot of the buildings here are not hurricane proof. Those did not fail.
In particular, with these people that are talking about now, they do not have their home. In cases, they've lost their home, they lost their car, lost in cases their belongings, shoes, and clothes.
We're going to have FEMA, we're going to have SBA here, we're going to have windstorm here within a few days down at the community center. So they're going to have booths so that they can go in there and talk to those folks.
So, anything else with the people around the world that you have the ability to talk to here via the internet, other than the program here on Fox 38, which speaks to Televisa in the Valley and other places? What do they do at this point? Where can they go to just write a check or put money in the till? And hopefully maybe get these people employed.
Well, I would suggest that they go down to the community center where our command center is set up for donations. And talk to those folks that are in there. That would be my suggestion.
Can you give you directions on how to get there?
Absolutely.
That'll be the next program. We'll be back in just a moment with the mayor And also, we'll be on program table tonight. Thank you, Tony. We'll be back. This is Ron Whitlock Reports with the Mayor of Port A, we call it, or Port Aransas, Texas. Mayor, we understand from Rick Chesney, who's the county commissioner in Aransas County, that you've had confirmation of your first confirmed fatality from the impact of Hurricane Harvey. Could you tell us about that? Circumstances.
Well, I don't want to get into that because actually we haven't released that information. But the family will still have to be notified.
Can you tell us exactly maybe what the circumstances were during the storm?
I would rather not go. The family is totally briefed on.
You might be able to figure it out.
When the medical examiner lets us know, then I will comment.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about that?
That's it.
Okay. You'll let us know, please.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm deeply depressed by that.
We had a previous conversation with a young lady who does exactly that. We talked about the fact that many of your first responders, and possibly and probably, in my opinion, having been through this from a journalistic standpoint, have been on a high because we recover, and everything's positive, you're cleaning up, you're going forward, it's like every day is better than yesterday.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, the little pin is bust your balloon. Correct?
It has depressed me greatly. I'm very saddened by it. When I issued the evacuation order, I did it early. Most of our folks responded to that. We got out, really quick. There were some that stayed. And when you stay in a hurricane, you really put your life at risk. Because really all it is a giant tornado that lasts for hours and hours and hours. And when the winds pick up to 130 to 150 miles an hour, there's not a whole lot that can stand up to that for 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 hours. And so what you end up is a bad story.
Well, I'm telling you, having been in the studios of radio building stations for 50 years doing this kind of coverage of hurricanes, leading up to and the aftermath, first having the opportunity with Dolly coming in over by EMR. I was in the hotel on South Side when the eye came over and saw the effects of what you're talking about. 6 weeks later, Rita and Galvin did the same thing. And Galvin and I, when that eye came over. So I will tell you, from my experience now, I'm never going to put myself in that kind of jeopardy again.
My family having lived here for as long as they have, we've seen all the storms, the big ones in 1900, the 1916. We've seen the 1930 storms. We've seen all of those, so I have a very healthy respect for hurricanes. When I looked at the weather map before I called the evacuation, there were 2 things that had told me that it was coming here. One was the high that was out in the west, the high pressure area. It was a large high, had a lot of high pressure in it. And there was one out in the Gulf close to us, so the storm had no place to go except right here. So, based on the experience of my family over the years, I knew right away that we had to get out of here.
You're saying this is the storm in the century in the United States?
This is what I'm hearing is described as the worst natural disaster in America.
And it all started right here. This is where it hit first. This is where the life was playing.
Port Aransas, it was an unusual storm in the sense that a hurricane normally has the higher winds on the right side and on the right top side of the hurricane. This storm never did that. It had the winds that hit Port Aransas and Aransas Pass and Rockport. The wind was all on the left side. which is very unusual. The high winds were on the left side. So when it came through here, it was just
out of the northwest.
yeah,
Wind coming in
yeah,
out of the northwest.
yeah. It blew totally out of the north, and then
Water was coming off
yeah,
the bay on the
yeah,
island.
exactly
You
right.
put Dolly to the
And
bay
it was only a matter of a few miles that made Corpus Christi took Corpus Christi out of the picture.
very few miles.
Yeah, just a very few miles.
And you said it's like a tornado. It's
Yeah.
exactly right.
And so when it came across us, we were on the left side of it. It hit directly on St. Joe Island. It went ashore, but all that wind hit Port Aransas Pass in here, and Port Lavaca went, I understand, was pretty well harmed.
I'm now showing the audience as you speak pictures of Corpus Christi and the fact that there's no damage, and the meantime damage. I've taken pictures of photographs here in the community. And it's exactly as you explained.
The hurricanes are a matter of miles and inches sometimes. And it's just, if you're unfortunate enough to be in that eye wall area, then you're going to catch the major part of the storm.
Your family has lived on this island how long?
130 years, since 1885.
And it was called at that time?
Originally it was called Sandpoint, then it was called Ropesville, then it was called Carpet, Texas, and then it was called, in 1910, it became a city, it became Port Aransas.
Your family was there to vote on all those changes.
All in 1885 on.
So, are you proud of your community as a mayor?
I'm extremely proud of our citizens. They responded quickly. They have really good common sense, and they knew that when I called the evacuation, and one of them asked me, "What should I do?" I said, "Leave," and they left me. And I'm so happy that happened. I'm saddened by the one situation.
Well, we would not leave.
Come up to stay, and that's always the case in a hurricane. Something to stay.
Look at the camera. I do this many times on my telecast and speak to Governor Abbott and to President Trump. If we have anything to say to the President and the Governor.
Well, I want to thank the President for coming down and meeting with us. He's a very compassionate man. I know he cares, and I know that he's going to do everything possible to help us. I can't say enough about the governor. He gave us his police force. He's given us a lot of help with the red tape and everything that comes with all of these things, disaster recovery. I'm very appreciative of him as well.
Thank you for joining us here on Ron Whitlock Reports. Until next time, adios.